Hello Southies, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, my name is Cece and today I'm doing a little different video. So I got onto Twitter a little while ago and I asked you guys if you would like to see a Let's Build series from me building a multifunctional community lot. I didn't get a lot of voters, but the ones that I did get said that is something they would like to see, and so I thought that I would start a brand new series on this channel where I do a Let's Build, and I'm going to build this community lot. I'm hoping to get this done in 4 parts. So it'll be a 4-part series, and hopefully it's something that you enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and film the first 2 parts now. So if you have any suggestions on what I can do for the build, it probably will not be implemented until the 3rd part, but feel free to leave me any suggestions that you have in the comments. And so essentially what I plan on doing is I'm here in San Myshuno at this is where the old salt house used to be. And the goal here is to make a multi-functioning community lot. I'm going to have a cafe, a spa, a bar, and a restaurant. And then it's going to be a couple of stories. And so I'll have a couple of residential areas. The spa is going to be a 2-level, and then probably the restaurant and bar will be stacked. I haven't really decided if I want the bar to be accessed from the basement and then the restaurant street level, or if I want them both to be street level, but above them there'll be an office space that I'll do. So I'm going to be using a lot of different reference photos for this build. So I'm not really going to showcase them. I guess I'll show them to you as I go along, but let's go ahead, let's get into the game, let's get started. So for this first part, I just want to focus on building the cafe. And like I said, I have a few reference photos that I'm working with for this. I want the cafe to feel I want it to feel modern, but I definitely also want it to feel very cozy. It's going to be situated here on the corner of the build, and I'm going to go ahead, well, not with the door, go ahead and make it 2 levels. I'm just kind of pulling this off the street because I want there to be a good amount of sidewalk. Let's see, these will fit perfect, and let's have them flank at least about that wide. I'm kind of thinking I also will need to have like a door here, kind of like an entryway to the upstairs portion. Bottom part will be very modern looking, and then the top part, I don't know what color I want this particular building to be. Oh, that's not gonna work. We don't necessarily have to use city living, but since I am in San Myshuno, I do want to try to use as much of city living as I can. That being said, those windows look better. And I think what I will do, I will go ahead and make this particular building 3-level. And for the wallpaper, I know I want one of them to look a little bit more whitewashed. How about this? How does that look? I think that looks fine. I don't know how far out I'm gonna make it, but we'll need a couple of windows over here. I think what's gonna be above this cafe will be at least one of the residential spots. And like I said, this spot here, I'm putting it here just because I don't want to forget that it exists. So this will be how someone gets up to the top, and it could possibly do the same brick, and maybe instead of that window, of course this won't fit right in the middle. Which one? Will this fit in the middle? Could fit in the middle. Does it come in any other color? Ooh, boom. Booyah! That's actually not looking bad. And for the top, I will just put in half wall for a ceiling moment, and then what we can do is frame it with one of these. And then I'll put the same brick here, up here. Trying to get down to see it. That's good. I like it. Do I want some columns? Columns definitely make the world go round. Maybe something a little bit more modern instead of those ones from Vampire Get Together. I know these columns will be able to take them all the way up the building, but then it's like, doesn't match. The color is different. I can change the color to more of that gray. Stop it! You tried to grab column. Okay, that looks good. I actually really like that. Alright, so this will be cafe, and then I want the spa, which will be in the middle, to look way more modern. I'm thinking something like that, or we could actually use the spa doors. That's nice. Yeah, let's use the spa doors as well as the spa windows. I know people don't really like that it's or like the glass, but I don't mind the glass. And I'm actually going to make it like a whitewash building. The spa will definitely be 2 levels because I want to put everything that you need for a spa in there. As far as the back of the build goes, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have to pull some of this out just a little, just so it goes up the back, maybe. Kind of wish the lot was just a touch smaller. I know that's like a random wish. Most people like nice sized lots. But just so I'm not at a loss for what to do with the rest of the back of the build. Maybe it could just be like the whole thing just be 2 levels. And then maybe this particular building has been remodeled, maybe? I still want it to look like it fits. And if I do a 3rd level, maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be accessible. I don't have to necessarily use it. It does look a little bit more fleshed out that way, huh? This floor on top, and then I can do taller wall height, like this tall. Ugh, it makes everything go up, and I didn't really want that to go up. No, at the top. So this height could be taller. That's fine. That doesn't bother me as much. It'll sit on there. So I don't know. We might use that space up there. We might not. Here, let me move these windows up just a smidge, so they're a little bit more centered. And so now for the last part, or this section of the build, I want it to be a restaurant. And I think I'll keep it flanked with the spa, but I'm gonna do one of those, kind of like I did with my Cane's bar. And then at the top, we'll just make it wide. And one more. So I'll probably put the office building on this side. Let's see, what's this going to look like? I don't know what color I want this particular building to be. Definitely the downstairs, it's got to be something kind of sleek and modern. Let me look at some reference photos. Maybe the top could be more of a red brick, like the City Living red brick, and then that spandrel, or whatever that thing is called, that frieze, could be more red. Or do they have like a gray? That's the reference photo that I'm looking at. It's more of a gray. I don't know how I feel about that particular brick. This brick feels better. What's on that end? Maybe this could be a bit more wooden paneling on the bottom. Got a photo where they've got that going on, and so maybe it'd be a bit more of a I want it to be a nice restaurant though, like a really swank place. Let me look at some reference photos and I'll come back to it. Okay, so I'm back, and the photo that I found, I will throw a picture of it up. This This looks really cute. It's only 2 levels, but I think it kind of is giving off the moment that I'm kind of looking for when it comes to having something more modern on bottom and something a little bit more old school on top. Now I just have to find a good black brick. This spade one will definitely work, and it doesn't necessarily have to go throughout the whole back of the building, but we'll just leave it like that for now. And then I will just put a really tall half wall up at the top and match it. And so, but we can still make this an office space. That actually looks really good. I feel like because that's black over there, that maybe it would be cute if the cafe had all white accents on the outside. And there'll be a lot of like woods, colors and tones and things on the inside. That actually looks super cute. And then for the restaurant, I would like it to have a very ornate front door, and then maybe no windows. No windows. We don't need no stinking windows. Is that black? Hopefully it is. And then for these, I was gonna just do these Moschino ones. Does that look good? I think it does. And we can have them all around the building, and this can definitely be the office space. And we can access the office space from maybe the back of the building or the side of the building, or it doesn't necessarily have to be the front. Okay, and so everything else, as far as this goes, I want it to be lined in brick. Maybe not everything. We definitely do need a moment. Maybe there can be outdoor seating in the back of the restaurant with like a stage, and then I don't know back here, maybe a little park area, and then alongside here, the cafe, we can have like some seating here for outdoors. I am now feeling very excited, and for this area just kind of tucked off in here, we'll make it like marble or something. That looks nice. Then maybe, I think windows would be good. What would these look like? Do these come in a black? Maybe just 2? Because I have to think, I also have to be able to put a kitchen in here, and I also want a bar in here. That way, instead of having a separate bar, it'd be just a place where you could sit and you can either eat, or you can go to the bar. Gotta get that freeze back on here. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Ooh. Honestly, that is so cute. I am all about that. All about that life. 100%. And of course we'll need some windows. What's that? Oh, that must be that. That'll be a stairwell. What window would I like? I wanted the one from Get to Work. Work. There it is. Okay, so that's matches. And then there can be, this is a cafe, there could be like an exit door back here. Maybe I'll make it red just for the hell of it. And then, how do I want people to access the office upstairs? Will definitely be upstairs. Maybe I'll still do a door. I don't want that door. I want this door. I'll keep doing that. And then not so much thinking about the floor plan too terribly much right now, but I do want to make sure that I've got all of my spaces. And so at least this area back here can be the kitchen. I also have to think about potty, which we could just have like a single stall toilet somewhere back here. Like this here will be, this is how you'll access this space, but this space will be completely closed off to that space. You're not going to be able to have access to the upstairs portion from here. And so then maybe this here can be, I know I said I'm not gonna work on the floor plan, and here I am working on the floor plan. I'm just kind of in my mind just trying to think of where stuff will go. So there could be like a single stall or maybe a 2-stall bathroom here, and then the kitchen will be back here, and that's plenty of space for a few tables. It might benefit me to move the whole build back. Okay, so what I did was I pulled the restaurant back some to where I can make the restaurant slightly bigger. We'll have enough space for tables and chairs, and then room to have bathroom, at least one, maybe two, just 2 tiny bathrooms, like that's like 4 square, nothing too fancy, just a toilet and a sink side by side, and then a kitchen, and then a bar. Okay, is there anything else outside? Okay, so we'll need lights. Let's just utilize these base game ones. They're pretty. Hopefully they're trying to get them to where they're all even on the street. So let's see, 2 here. Does that look nice? And then let's see, looking for those really big get to work ones. So we can do move objects. What am I, an amateur? BB dot move objects. There we go. Well, I started to do that, and then I thought, well, the spa could just have its own. Where did we get these? These are base game. I do not recognize those. Those are beautiful. Beautimous. Okay, that can go in front of the spa, and these can go in front or near the cafe. I don't have to go directly in front. That's nice. And then I want to put a thing over it to where it looks like, see, it'll be super modern. And then maybe this one. I do like these because they go all the way around. Which one looks better? I wish there was one that came in like a brown of the bigger ones, because I really like this one the best. I'll just do that one. And then for the spa, nothing. I'll just put a sign. Let's do sign. No, not that. Sign. Like, you can put like, I don't want it to be too gaudy. I want it to be very subtle. This sign can go over the door. Don't know what the spa is, but that's the sign. And then kind of the same moment over here to where the sign over here is very subtle. Well, that's not like super subtle, but you know, it's just like, this is what it's called. These windows are bothering me now. I want smaller ones. I want slightly smaller ones. Not like this. Well, maybe like that. No. Maybe like this. Like this. In the reference photo, they're small windows. That's good. Okay, so now we'll need some industrial things. Not all the way up there. Things that make it look like this building is operational. I'll probably go into debug and get one of those wall air conditioners and put it at the back of one of those. Maybe one of the apartments can have a balcony. That would be cute. Don't know which one, but maybe one of them can. And then there'll need to be like a back door for the spa. Okay, kind of what I was thinking is this top part be a balcony moment here for like the employees to come sit when they're on break or something. So I'm gonna lower that, and I'm gonna put a door back here. Maybe I can make it all a little bit more open, a little bit more modern looking, like a sliding door. There's not a lot of room for too much crazy. Like the way it's set up now, probably just do some tables and chairs. I could always pull it in. Yeah, I could always pull it in and get a little bit more space back there for they could have like maybe a barbecue and have like office party stuff. I might pull it in a little bit more, but for now I think it's fine. I also have to think about there has to be bathrooms up here too. There's something about these windows that are just not sitting well with me, so I'm gonna go back to how it was before. Maybe I could do these. No, let's just go back to how I had it before. Okay, and then I'll put some more lights on this side. Okay, and so we will definitely need a fence moment because I don't think I'll have access to the back for customers. I think I'll let this access be for employees only, considering that the only way you can get to this space is up there. Can I move this over just a smidge? Oh, there are my 2 bathrooms. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I think I'll leave it like that, and then the employees for the kitchen staff can also come out back here, down here. Actually, I like that idea for that to be both of those doors. That looks cute. What does that look like? That actually looks really good. And black that out. Nope, not the whole thing. And we'll black this out. Boom. Maybe there's we can have like a little retaining wall, not a big fence, just like a little wall that kind of separates these two. Like when they're walking by, they'll see because we can put like trash cans or something on that side. And so this will need to be bricked too. Boom. Okay. And then for the spa, I'm thinking about maybe putting like cars back here to make it look like people are parked back there. Because there's nothing really unless we do maybe we can have an indoor yoga studio and then an outdoor yoga studio. Because I do want yoga. And put these windows at the back too. Not all the way down, just there. And then for the cafe, I'm thinking of the same thing of just a big go ahead and close it off back here. And we could have like an outdoor, I think I mentioned like a busking session. We could have like an outdoor area for concerts and things in the back. That would be cute. Let you have access to that from the back. And then I'm not going to completely brick or put concrete here, but at least to there. And then we have a tree. We could have like a tree back here somewhere. Let's stick a big old tree back here, like a big one. We can make it bigger. There we go. We could put like a park bench or something. Okay. I am definitely not mad at the exterior in any way. I really like it. It's coming together nicely. This is exactly where it needs to be. I thought it was too tall. No, it's where it needs to be. Okay, so I am been going for a while now. I'm going to go ahead and end this part here. So we have the exterior done. The next part, I'm going to focus on the interior of the cafe and probably the residential space upstairs. I don't know. What I might do is have 2 residential spaces, one that's completely furnished and one that's not furnished. That way you can furnish it however you like in your build if you decide to download this build. And so that's what I will do in the next part, and we'll see how far we get in that.